Bonus.
So what happened?
Rudy's got 8.
NBA Players of the Week for Week 7, Kawhi Leonard of the Raptors in the East, Paul Millsap of the Nuggets in the West. And so this guy, Scrooston Corey, this is understandable at first, right?
Wait, his name's Corey too?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
right.
So this is a burner account, right?
It must
But his LMAO, what? Since November 26, James Harden has slaughtered everyone in his path. 33 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, 2.5 steals per game on 51, 42, 85 splits.
We should try winning some
Millsap
games.
literally posting numbers Harden gets by halftime, LMAO. And so this guy, who's a Denver guy, he says, this guy, Electric Jaden, says Millsap plays elite defense, though. Scrooston Corey says, Harden leads the NBA in steals. Your turn. And so the Limitless Range podcast replies to him, says, are you implying that Harden is a great defender? And Jaden says, Steph leads the league in steals and Steph led the league in steals and ain't a damn person with any sense will tell you he's a good defender. And I said, and he's probably still better than Harden anyway.
Ooh.
And so Scrooston Corey says, whoa, what a piping hot take from a low IQ podcast. Probably. Damn, you sound really smart. And I said, I understand you're using sarcasm since saying Harden is a bad defender is by no means a hot take at all.
Damn,
I said, it doesn't mean he's a bad
You
player.
can't debate me like this.
I said-
That's pretty good.
I said, it doesn't mean he's a bad player. He's fantastic. But you do know what you're saying, right? And he says, no, I don't get this one. No, the word probably was the basis. I can tell you're extremely low IQ based on how many sentences you need to make one point. Have me on your podcast so I can lace you up. And I said, yeah. Yeah.
Lace
I
you
said,
up.
that's a sure sign of low IQ, using too many sentences. But anyway, I told him we'd love to have him on. Get some love for James Harden. You can leave a message for us at our phone number, 360-356-1699.
Heck yeah.
And you can be on Limitless Range. But I haven't heard a damn thing from him.
Man,
Oh, he
read,
don't
this,
want
read
none.
this guy's Twitter name again. What's his name?
It's
At Scrooston Corey, big
Corey.
Houston guy.
Man,
You
first
know?
of all, don't be
Scrooston.
embarrassing that name, man. That's ridiculous.
are
Second of
all
all,
Corey's delusional?
get out of here, Pete. Man, you're still sunburned from Hawaii. Settle down. Scrooston Corey, if you ever want to come on the podcast, man, we've said it from the beginning. We're open, man. Get on here. We'd love to debate you. Pete, what do you got to say about this, man? I know you got some stuff about Harden.
You
This
know
guy
what?
defending Harden like that?
I was about to give a big soliloquy on this, but our producer owned him. So he doesn't even deserve to be on our show. I mean, Doug can barely debate his wife. So, I mean,
We got Doug doing our dirty work in the back.
if Doug's beating this guy in a debate, he obviously isn't on our level. So,
Maybe
I
he should.
mean,
Maybe we don't even want to.
no offense, buddy.
Maybe
but-
we don't even want to waste. Maybe we don't even want to waste the time getting this guy on the podcast.
yeah,
then
bro,
that's
come on.
embarrassing.
Well, I mean, do you agree? Millsap over Harden, though? I mean,
You know-
the way that this guy approached it was obviously wrong. But I was like, right when he brought it up, I'm like, God damn,
Well,
look
Harden
at those
had a-
Harden numbers. Yeah.
Harden
Why
had a
wasn't he
monster
player of the
week.
week? But
Um,
what I was thinking was that
Well, the
Nuggets are
the
better.
dude's acting like our low IQ podcast is the one who voted for Players of the Week or something. Like we don't get a vote in this thing, so I don't know why he's mad at us. You know, I don't know if he lives in Houston, he's pissed because I don't even see us team on the standings. But I think when it comes down to them voting for Players of the Week, a lot of times it's who's hot. You know, when it comes to team wise, you know what I mean. If someone can ball, but if your team isn't doing much and you're still in the bottom of the standings and your team's not performing, you got dudes like Eric Gordon who says he don't even want to play with your ass. Then to me, it's clearly not fun. So why are we going to vote for you to be Player of the Week when you're not helping your team win games? Yeah, you might be putting up some decent stat lines, but what Paul Millsap has done is he's now taken Denver to the top of the standings this week, and I think that's why he's getting Player of the Week.
yeah. No,
You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. I mean, if you go just off stats, you know, Harden's balled out, but a lot of it's
There's
like,
more to it.
There's a lot of inflation with Harden. His usage rate is number 1 in the NBA. I told you this the other day. So it's like, I don't know. You know, it's just kind of like with Westbrook. You know, they're stat sheet stuffers, but sometimes it's useless stats, you know?
Right.
They're very empty. And that's why they don't produce in the playoffs at the same level that they do in regular season, because useless stats don't appear as often come playoff time when games matter. So if Paul Millsap's playing clutch defense and hitting a clutch 3, that means a lot more to me than James Harden dropping 15 on some bum team, and losing. So,
And Chris Paul was out for, I'm pretty sure, 2, if not 3 of those games. So,
yeah,
his usage is already through the roof. I mean, isn't he the number 1 in the league in usage?
he was last time I looked, and I'm sure Chris Paul's been hurt, so it's probably
I'm sure it's even
gone
skyrocketed
up.
there.
Yeah, I would think he's still number 1.
So
And it was by a long shot.
Yeah.
Like most of the top usage guys were at like 31, 32. He was at like 37. His
Yeah.
number, which is pretty crazy.
Any publicity is good publicity. So, Scrooston Corey, we appreciate you, man. Continue writing to the show. We appreciate having a new fan, man. We love you too. So, enjoy watching the Houston Rockets the rest of the year. I'm sure we won't see you past even the first round. So, congratulations on that.
Dang. Let's talk about the Rockets.
Yeah, let's talk about the Rockets.
That's a good topic.
Yeah, let's talk about the Rockets.
Are they?
You're not going to talk about the Eastern Conference Player of the Week or what? Kawhi Leonard?
Let's talk about the Rockets, and then we'll jump back over to the
Yeah,
no,
because
that's
we're on the subject
that's
right
not
now.
even debatable. Kawhi was Player of the Week. Millsap,
No.
maybe.
Yeah, no. Kawhi
Yeah.
definitely deserved it in the East. I'm with that. But if we're talking about, let's talk about the Rockets.
Okay, so
So give Scrooston Corey a little
we
bit
both
more
thought
to
that they were
listen
going to be a playoff team. I thought they were going to be one of the top teams. I thought that this whole debacle they're having was going to get fixed once they rehired that defensive assistant,
Yep.
and it still looks like they're struggling pretty bad.
They can't even blame it on Melo anymore.
Yeah, they can't blame it on Melo. What's your take?
Well, to me, we look at the standings, and so I'm like, man, this is confusing. Maybe they're a little bit off or whatever. But you have Harden with that usage rate and this Player of the Week performance he just had with all these points he's dropping. And I'm still looking at him. We're talking about the Houston Rockets, who are known for being an elite scoring team, right? So we're not even talking about the defensive end of the ball. We're talking about the things that they do well. They are ranked 21st in the league in scoring, 108.5 points per game. So they're not even doing the things they usually do well. 21st in the league in scoring. Jesus Christ. So to me, it's like when you have a dude like James Harden, there's no reason you should ever be 21st in the league in scoring. Maybe after a first couple weeks, it's he's off to a slow start. But now, I mean, we're past a quarter of the way through the season. There's no more excuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Wow,
That
you
was
should
sick.
patent that.
Damn, that was sick.
What was that Corey guy's name that we were talking about?
Right?
Excused.
Yeah, man.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I think honestly, at the end of the day, I think they're a pretender, man. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? Don't be ruining our surprises here, right?
Okay.
I like
My
that.
bad,
I like
my
that.
bad. I'm
Save
just
that
saying.
for later.
I just think they're a pretender. Maybe Scrooston Corey got me, a little bit hyped, but
yeah, I'm with you. I originally had them in. I thought they would be one of the top teams to compete, but I'm not a believer in James Harden. A lot of me picking Houston was based on how much I love Chris Paul, and honestly, Chris Paul looks old. So I mean,
looks old on my fantasy team.
yeah, I mean, you see it. You're the one seeing it every night. He just doesn't look like the same player. And if Chris Paul is not the same player he was last year, or the years previous, this team got no shot. No shot, because I mean, ain't no team winning led by Harden.
No.
So yeah, you can have your little player of the week, but you ain't never winning a ring.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Can't even win Player of the Week, so
I'm saying go ahead and give it to him, because
Yeah.
he'll never win a ring.
yeah, it ain't happening.
Shit.
But yeah, we can jump over to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Kawhi Leonard. I think it's much deserved.
Oh yeah, man. We're talking both sides of the ball here, not just offensive stats. So
You know what? I'm gonna go on record right now. I know I've been talking some smack about Kawhi Leonard for quite some time. I don't have him as a superstar, and he was almost out of my top 10 for quite some time, man. But he's creeping. Hey, I'm a guy that can admit when I possibly could be wrong.
possibly could be.
Possibly.
Yeah, that sounded very sentimental there.
Yeah, that's quite an admission.
Very sincere.
I'm just saying.
Quite possibly could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious you're wrong on this one. I mean, Leonard's balling out.
Yeah.
He may be annoying with the whole pop thing, but he's shown that he's a baller.
Yeah.
He can carry a team, even without Pop's coaching, which is what we were kind of questioning. So, I mean, I was wrong on that. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it depends on your definition of a superstar, but he's definitely flirting with that. Give him a couple more players of the week, and I might be in our chat with our fantasy buddies, letting them know that maybe he is a superstar. So he's he deserved it, man. He balled out. He had a just a big week. He's on my fantasy team, so I know when he's balling out of control.
A lot of people, this whole superstar thing is so funny to me, dude, because it's like, I know, bro, the guy who hates Kawhi Leonard the most, I'll jump back into this, but he is the guy that trades for him every year in fantasy. He sucks. He stinks. He's garbage. Why are you always trading for this guy, bro? Seriously. Drafted him number 1 in every draft. Again, trading for him the first chance you get. He has one good game, but you hate the guy.
Honestly, what it came down to last year is, I still hated the guy. I drafted him first because I had to get the handicap out of the way. If I would have got a legit first-round pick that was actually going to play all year, it wouldn't even been fun for the rest of the guys. So I picked a guy that I knew was going to be injured, who I knew wasn't a superstar, that I knew I could swindle somebody else later on to giving me somebody even doper.
Getting you your first-round pick.
Getting me my first-round pick back at the end of the year. So
all right, that's what's up.
For sure. I got some farm teams out there that I like to utilize in our fantasy league that help me get to some championships. So, but I'm with you, man. I traded for him again. He's killing it. He deserved that.
Bonus.